Good afternoon, ladies and gentlemen. My name is William H. Thompson, CPA, MBA, and I'm the founder of RE Accounting and Tax Professionals. We help real estate investors maximize return on investment through expert tax strategies, while at the same time helping them to build and sustain their legacy. Welcome to Free Information Monday. Today, my topic will be, what is quarterly tax deposits? Very simply put, quarterly tax deposits are estimates of taxes that need to be paid both to the federal and state government, assuming that your state does employ an income tax. So you're going to make these payments each quarter, and the quarterly dates are April 15th, June 15th, September 15th, and yes, January 15th of the next year. So these payments are basically a requirement of both the federal and state governments to make sure that you are paying your taxes that are owed quarterly as opposed to paying at the end of the year. And you don't want to pay at the end of the year. Now, I see a lot of people do pay at the end of the year, but it costs them interest and penalties, and I don't think it's worth it. So if you have a good bookkeeper that's watching out for you each quarter, the bookkeeper should coordinate with the CPA, or maybe the bookkeeper and the CPA are one and the same. They should coordinate at the end of every quarter with you to let you know what these deposits are and to assist you in making the payments. Now, who needs to make quarterly deposits? Basically, small businesses that are formed either as an LLC or an LLC electing to be an S corporation. Now, the reason for this is because you're not like at that point, you're not like a W-2 employee. You're going to have those withheld on a quarterly basis so that you don't fall short. Now, even the real estate investors will say, hey, my rental properties are showing loss on paper. And I agree with that. So you just have to keep an eye on it. But for the real estate investors who are doing fix and flips, or let's say wholesale, you want to really keep an eye on where your net profit is at the end of each quarter, because you folks will be subject to the income tax, and the other two payroll taxes that go along with it. So what are the dates that these quarterly payments are due? They're due April 15th, June 15th, September 15th, and yes, January 15th of the next year. Now, here's the big question I get from people all the time. How much should I pay? I'm going to give you an example that'll solidify this for you. Let's say that you're an S corporation that is a fix and flip business, and you brought in $200,000 for the quarter. That's a nice quarter, by the way. Let's say you brought in $200,000 in the first quarter, and all your expenses were $100,000. Let's say $100,000. So you have a net profit of $100,000. So there are three taxes that need to be paid on that $100,000. One is an income tax, and the other two are payroll taxes, and they're Social Security and Medicare. Social Security is 0.124%. Medicare is 0.029%. And the reason they're double what you would normally see if you were an employee of a company is because you are actually being treated as the employer and the employee. So there could be significant taxes owed at the end of a quarter. And if you don't make those payments on the due dates that I mentioned, you're going to incur penalties and interest. And that should be, if you're running a tight business, you've got your CPA, who probably is your bookkeeper also, is going to identify what you need to pay at the end of a quarter. They're going to assist you in making those payments so that you're compliant. Now, why focus on this? As I mentioned, number one, penalties and interest could consume a decent portion of your income. And, there's no reason to do that in this day and age. But the other thing is the stress factor. I've got so many people coming to me at the end of the year and said, "Oh, I thought I could pay all these taxes at the end of the year." And I said, "No, no." And by the way, these are new clients that come to me at the end of the year. But once I get them engaged on how to do things on a quarterly basis, they're extremely happy. They know the stress level is way down. They can concentrate on what they actually do in their business, and that's making money. So I hope this segment of Free Information Monday was helpful to you. And remember, if you're a real estate investor who wants to maximize their return on investment through expert tax strategy, while at the same time helping to build and sustain your legacy, book a call with our firm. And remember, only you can create your empire, but we can help you every step of the way. Thank you, and I wish you much success on your real estate journey.